guys, this is Zoe. Fuck. And this is for all the trolls and the haters on Twitter.
Whoa there. Whoa. Brothercats, have we checked with Feminazi HQ that it's okay to do this one? Yes, it is perfectly fine. What would be the problem? Well, as a male feminist, aren't I supposed to agree with absolutely everything a woman says ever and never disagree with a woman in any way whatsoever? Shut up, you fool. Now, you're going to give me some chicken or what? I'll give you some chicken in a bit, Brothercats. I'm just doing the video. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, this idiot's about to slut shame Zoe Quinn.
A Tumblr. You can suck my pinballs.
I am not a whore. 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 But I like to do it.
I had my hair cut part way through making this episode, so get ready for some very significant hair-based continuity problems. Booyah! Hello there, and welcome to episode 14 of The Descent of Man-osphere, the series in which we go through the ways in which the manosphere are trying to reverse human evolution and drag us all back into the fucking sea. But today, we're breaking new ground, because today we're dealing with someone who happens to be a woman. Or as I believe they're referred to in the manosphere, gold-digging sluts, or disease-ridden whores. Yes, in the surest sign yet that the gynocracy has definitely taken over and is an actual thing rather than the fucking mad ravings of fucking mentally deluded crackpot fucking mental cases. There's a woman who's got her own episode of The Descent of Manosphere. Oh my god! And not just any woman, we're talking about the boxy wannabe anti-feminist fucking idiot par excellence. Yes, it's Shoe0nhead, or as I prefer to call her, Ditzy Von Shit for Brains, because she is one of the most stupid human beings I've ever had the displeasure of encountering. But anyway, let's kick off by looking at the video that gave her a kind of her big start as such, kind of brought her to her first bit of YouTube fame. It's a video called The Oppression Olympics, which annoyed the fuck out of me as a sports fan because there was absolutely no sporting element in this video whatsoever, so don't put Olympics in it. But anyway, I thought I'd start with this one because it's a very good example of the kind of argumentation she likes to use. See if you can spot the theme that develops through this video.
Hey, I'm a feminist. That's right, a feminist in 2014 America.
Straw man alert. Get prepared, people. A lot of straw men upcoming.
What does that mean? That means I want you to stoop down to my level. And that means don't go on a diet, don't wear heels, don't do makeup, don't do your hair, don't try to look pretty.
See, I told you.
And shaving? Forget shaving. Don't shave.
Straw man.
This video game character is dressed too sexily. I don't like it. Change it.
Another fucking straw man.
Did you guys know that rape is bad? Rape is bad! Does anybody know this? Rape is bad, and if you're not a feminist, you're pro-rape.
I mean, do I even need to say it at this point? It's so obvious what that argument is, other than a pile of fucking shite.
We don't live in a rape culture. Rape is the worst label. A rapist is the worst label you can put on a guy.
Oh yeah, of course. I suppose that's what law enforcement are doing by not prosecuting rapists when they commit rape. They're just looking after the reputation of men who go around raping. But that would also be a rape culture, wouldn't it? So, just see the kind of problem with your way of... Of course you fucking don't. Of course you don't see the problem whatsoever, do you? Because you're a fucking idiot.
No one wants to be a rapist. No one is pro-rape. No one is pro-rape.
Oh, really? Are you sure about that? Do you want to check the writings of Paul Elam and Rouge V? Because they both seem pretty fucking pro-rape to me, you moron.
This victim, this pretend victim, who really does not have problems in the first world, but likes to pretend that they do, so they fit in with all their... kill me. Someone, I just want to slam. You know what?
Did you just put up R.I.P. in peace? So that's rest in peace, in peace. That's fucking dumb. I mean, it's not the biggest point in the world or anything, obviously, but that's fucking stupid. And now it's time for... Yes, it's the inevitable bit about rape. Yay. Now, for Shoe0nhead's inevitable bit about rape, where else to go but a recent video she made called Rape is Bad. Let's have a look what she has to say, shall we?
Oh look, it's a video about rape. Not really though, rape isn't funny. At least not the act itself, despite what some people want to believe. People who grew up in houses with no windows, and who don't understand that jokes like this...
I replaced her pepper spray with silly string. Anyway, that night she got raped.
And jokes like this...
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
...are about the person telling the joke. The joke isn't rape is funny, the joke is rape is bad.
No. As you just said, literally just fucking said, the joke is about the person telling the joke. So really, it can't fucking be about the abstract concept of rape being bad. Obviously. The butt of the joke is the person telling the joke. Essentially, the humour comes from the fact that the person telling the joke is saying, I'm stupid, basically, in doing that. That the person telling the joke is being idiotic in some way. But the fact that they're using rape as the conduit to get to that comical ending, that humorous fucking conclusion, right? I can understand perfectly well people being uncomfortable with, people not liking that. And the fact that you don't get that very simple connection there shows me once again how fucking stupid you are.
Which brings me to the point of this video. Rape is bad. Did anybody know this? Well, good news if your parents failed and you have no morals or common sense, because there are videos out there to tell you that rape is bad.
Still struggling with consent? Just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea.
Because everybody knows British people can't understand shit until you make it about tea.
Sorry, what now? What? Did someone mention tea? What?
Might say, yes please, and then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea.
They forgot this part, though. I changed my mind. That means you raped me.
Firstly, that was clearly water you were drinking there. You weren't drinking tea at all. Don't fucking joke around with tea, alright? And secondly, what they also failed to mention was the vastly more common instance of those who force women to drink tea not being convicted for their hideous Darjeeling crimes, or the hideous tea shaming that goes on when women are forced to drink tea against their fucking will, or the fact that when women come forward with stories of having been forced to drink various different beverages, they are generally not fucking believed by law enforcement, or the fact that people will ask them questions like, were you dressed in a way that made you seem thirsty, perhaps? Maybe as if you wanted the tea. Why were you in that part of town late at night, when you know in that part of town people own kettles? In fact, noted MRA Paul T. Lamb once said that basically women weren't just asking for it, they were fucking begging for tea. See what I did there? Paul T. Lamb. That is a fucking good joke. You better be laughing at that fucking joke, okay? That is a very solid piece of wordplay.
So they lump minuscule things together like consensual drunk sex in with rape, and then they go around saying 1 in 5 women in college will be raped, and this scares the shit out of people. We get women falsely accusing men of rape, and this scares men. And because of this, universities in California and New York passed the affirmative consent law, the yes means yes law.
Universities can't pass laws. I'm just saying, I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. That's such a stupid thing to say. Obviously, they're mainly about education. Well, in America they're also about sport. I don't quite know why that is, but anyway. So they don't fucking pass laws, you half-wit.
The most nonsensical and vague law ever, stating that affirmative consent must be ongoing throughout sexual activity and can be revoked at any time. Ongoing throughout sexual activity.
Do you hereby testify willingly and under no duress that these sexual acts that we are currently taking part in at this time are in no way unacceptable to you?
Yes.
Do you hereby testify willingly and under no duress that...
Okay, right, I see your problem with the ongoing consent thing, and in fact the problem that many people have with that, because it sort of takes away from the intimacy of the moment, and takes away some of the hotness and all that. Okay, I totally get that. But why the fuck have you lumped in there as well a person's right to withdraw consent either during or before sex? Like, what fucking problem do you have with that? Surely you can't have a problem with a woman withdrawing her consent before or during sex, right? Or do you think that once consent is given, the man has full ejaculatory rights or something? I mean, what the fuck is with that shit?
The fear-mongering is just out of control. I swear to God, sometimes when I'm scrolling through the internet, I feel like... And then we have these bullshit consent training classes where men go to learn that rape is bad.
Actually, no, it's about teaching men and women the kind of do's and don'ts of campus sex. So that, you know, fewer fucking rapes happen. I mean, I really don't get why people have such a fucking problem with that. I mean, what the fuck is so wrong with educating young people about having healthy and safe sexual conduct? For fuck's sake.
The thing is, there will always be crazy people in this world, and men and women need to learn how to protect themselves.
That's why they do things like consent classes. I mean, that's one of the ways that people have devised to try and help protect men and women. So you sort of, with these anti-feminist dickheads, you're essentially damned if you do or damned if you fucking don't. If you try and put things in place to try and lessen the number of rapes that happen and try and protect men and women from those sorts of things, people say, oh, that's ridiculous. Nanny state. Oh, you're going well over the top. You're fear-mongering, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't do those things, they say, well, it's your fault. You should have done something to try and stop it. You can't win. Because ultimately, they don't really give a fuck, do they?
It's simple. There are psychos in the world. There are psychos, they will do bad things, and it's up to you, the individual, to protect yourself from these psychos. And guys, if you do accidentally stick your dick in crazy, there are some websites that will help you out.
Stick your dick in crazy. Ay, ay, ay. Stick your dick in crazy. I mean, I don't know how fucking stupid you have to be as a person, right, to do a video about an incredibly sensitive topic like rape, and yet still use a phrase as fucking ridiculous as stick your dick in crazy. I mean, that's such a phenomenally crude, offensive and demeaning fucking phrase. And that's one of the reasons you can't be taken seriously on this. You fucking idiot. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You're a fucking idiot. Now, being an idiot, as she is, I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but she really is a fucking idiot. But yeah, anyway, being an idiot, she obviously joined Gamergate. Even though she wasn't a gamer, but that didn't seem to matter to the Gamergate people because she supported their stance. Even though the very same people used that clip of Anita Sarkeesian saying that she wasn't a gamer over and over and over again, as if that in some way completely invalidated her position. But they were fine with a non-gamer speaking out on their behalf. Confirmation bias, anyone? Yeah, but anyway, she jumped on the fucking Gamergate bandwagon.
Gamergate is this huge thing going down in the Twitter sphere, and if you guys don't know what it is, I'll explain it very quickly. It kind of stemmed from the Zoe Quinn drama, the YouTube video I made at the time.
That would be the video where you slut-shamed Zoe Quinn. You know, you remember this fucking thing.
I am not a whore. I am not a whore. But I like to do it.
So basically, gamers and just people in general are just sick of these social justice warriors and these feminists like shoving themselves, like forcing themselves into these issues where gender doesn't have, it's not a gender issue. They're making it once again a gender issue, but it's not. Gamers are upset with game journalism because people are having relationships and like gamer journalists, and you don't know, like, he's fucking her, she's fucking him, everyone's sucking dicks.
Yeah, Gamergate's biggest problem with those sexual interactions though seems to be that they were consensual. At least that's the only reason I can think that they would be against it, given the amount of fucking rape threats they kept giving out to everyone. Presumably they're just very, very pro-rape.
Because of Zoe Quinn, the feminist, she kind of made it into a gender issue, saying that people hated her because she was a woman.
Well, they certainly slut-shamed her because she was a woman. You know, like you fucking did. Remember?
It's like these people don't know that if you say stupid things, you're gonna get people going, stop saying stupid things. It's like, oh, herder, hey, that's stupid. Harassment. What? Criticism does not equal harassment. Hi, Zoe. If you're watching this, criticism, not harassment.
Yeah, it's just criticism. It was just criticism. There was no harassment involved whatsoever, right? Regular viewers will know what's coming now. Roll the motherfucking clips.
God forbid you prove these people wrong or you disagree with them, they block you. They do not even try. They're just like, block, and they're proud of it too. They like go on little like, yeah, my block button's just been on fire today. Like, you are bragging that you are a coward and you can't face facts and logic. You're just running away from it.
So you think that blocking people you disagree with is a sign of cowardice? Really? And I suppose therefore you would never engage in something like that, right? Oh no, of course you fucking would. That's right, you blocked me on Twitter, didn't you? And a number of other fucking people. So you're a hypocrite as well as a coward. Good to know. Now, as a Gamergator, Shoe0nhead fell in with the wrong crowd and became friends with Sargon of Akkad. And earlier this year, guest hosted an episode of his series, This Week in Stupid, and she actually did a very passable impression of Sargon. Essentially propping up the pathetic and faltering egos of man-children, using the same buzzwords and the same sort of key phrases, and generally just pandering to the lowest common denominator. I mean, she really did go through Sargon's full repertoire. It was like watching the Rolling Stones perform the greatest hits of the Beatles, if both of those bands were really shit, which they're not. So actually, it was very much like the opposite of that. It was like watching Justin Bieber perform the greatest hits of Nickelback, or some fucking nonsense. So anyway, let's take a look at Shoe0nhead's cover versions of Sargon of Akkad's greatest shits.
Hello everyone, and welcome to This Week in Stupid for July 5th, 2015. Sargon is currently being held captive in Movie Bob's basement, being forced to watch his videos and subjected to hours of torture by secondhand embarrassment.
Ooh, a Movie Bob reference in the first 20 seconds. Good start there. Good classic red meat there for the fucking Gamergate rabble, eh?
I was a bit nervous I wouldn't be able to find any stupidity this week, but with the help of you guys, I found a plethora, and I'm really excited to share some of these stories with you. Recently, we've seen a lot of celebrities fighting back against PC cultures.
Attacking political correctness. Good stuff, yeah.
This week, 2 celebrities have been caught up in the guilt trip social justice storm.
Managing to fit in guilt trip and social justice into the same sentence. Wow, Shoe, you're on fucking fire.
You are wrong. It's a joke and it is funny. I know that because people laugh at it, even if you personally did not. I'm not going to start joking about safe material, and don't ask that of me. I love what I do and won't let anyone take that away. I ask you to resist the urge to pick me apart. Trust me, I am not racist. I am a devout feminist. And
needlessly laughing at someone being a feminist. Check.
I like how she's like, trust me guys, I'm not racist. I'm a feminist. Like that's somehow... what? Like the two are mutually exclusive.
A farcically inept usage of the term mutually exclusive, as well as a fucking moronic misunderstanding of a very basic concept. Fucking hell, it's like Sargon is doing this episode.
Ready for the punchline? The reason Elvira didn't seem annoyed and didn't call me out on my allegedly unacceptable behavior was because we were working from a script written by the female producer of the show.
Ah, it's the old, if a woman did some sexist shit, then it must be absolutely fine routine. Some classic Sargon material there from the Shoemeister General.
One New York bar has decided to underscore the unfairness of gender discrimination in pay by charging women customers just 77% of their bar tab. The difference equates with the gap between men and women's... citation please. The Brooklyn Doctor Who themed bar... it's like a Tumblr bar.
Ripping on Tumblr, even though it had literally nothing to do with the fucking story whatsoever. Check!
I've become so numb to this pay gap propaganda, I don't think there's anything to say about it that I haven't screamed about already thousands of times. But in case you were unaware, it not real.
Lying about the pay gap? Check. Did Sargon write this fucking script for you?
I've been labeled many things. Sex doll, promiscuous, slut, nympho, and sex addict. None of which apply to me. There is nothing psychologically or physically wrong with me. I'm just a woman with high libido like most men. I'm pretty sure both men and women have high libidos, and you're just trying to be a special snowflake, but...
Ooh, the term special snowflake. Gotta get that one in there somewhere, eh?
Society wants to diagnose me, psychoanalyze me, and judge me. It wants to cure me of this natural primal urge. The irony is men don't need to justify their hunger for hanky-panky. It's a given, a fact. Guess what? You don't need to justify it either, but here you are.
Pretending that slut-shaming doesn't exist when it's expedient to do so, even though you've engaged in that practice several times yourself. Some vintage Sargon stuff there.
That's men, my mother used to say when she was commenting on some tabloid affair. Oh wow, I wonder where you get it from. Alright, so I think this person got lost on their way to their personal Tumblr blog and...
multiple attempts to rip on Tumblr for no fucking reason. There's a high degree of difficulty in that manoeuvre. Bravo.
15. The University of Wisconsin has released a list of microaggressions, and it's the funniest, most embarrassing thing ever.
Microaggressions. Can't forget those, right?
You know who else is rolling in their grave? You know who's been breakdancing in their grave for the past few years? Mr. George Orwell. Because New Zealand has officially made free speech a crime. Ladies and gentlemen, the first harmful digital communications bill has passed in New Zealand, and the bill's key elements are a fine up to $50,000 for an individual or up to $200,000 for a body corporate or up to 2 years in jail for posting or sending a harmful digital communication, aka cyberbullying, with a post likely to cause distress.
Oh yeah, you've got to remember to protect the ability of both of your subscriber bases to send rape and death threats to women, under the guise of free speech as well.
Does anyone even live in New Zealand?
Ooh, a needless bit of xenophobia thrown in for no fucking reason whatsoever.
I know it sucks having a racial identity that exists solely to legitimate and subordination and exploitation of other races.
Oh, and some borderline illiteracy. It's almost like Sargon is in the room.
Jungle Boogie.
But anyway, I'm fucking done at this point. There were a few things I didn't get on to mentioning. I didn't get round to mentioning her relationship with her fellow YouTube atheist big noise, the Armoured Skeptic. Although the observant of you out there will have noticed that he was the voice doing the kind of comical interpretation of the constantly asking for consent during sex, during the sort of skit she did during the inevitable bit about rape section. I didn't get round to exploring her ridiculous inability to grasp some very, very simple concepts. I didn't get to fully explore that with, you know, her ridiculous fucking ideas about internalized misogyny and patriarchy and stuff like that. I didn't really touch on her absolute fucking ludicrous obsession with thinking that basically everything that happens on Tumblr is absolutely the definition of what feminism is. She really is just fucking idiotic, and I apologise for having said the word idiot and idiotic and moronic so often during this episode, but frankly there's no better way in the English language of describing what she is than a fucking idiot. So anyway, that just leaves one thing to say, which is Shoe0nhead, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's one for the morning, two for the show. Get ready now, go, come on, don't you? Step on the station. You can do the bells and the old mobilizations. You knock me down, stick my face, slam my name all over the place. Doing it then, what you want to do? Oh, honey, lay off my shoes, don't you? Step on the station. You can do the bells my car, in my liquor, every job, doing it then what you want to do.